Florida now, where the state's so-called Don't Say Gay bill is officially law. The controversial legislation is set to restrict what children are taught in school about sexuality and gender identity. And this morning, people on both sides of the issue are speaking out. NBC's Sam Brock joins us from South Florida with that story. Sam, good morning.
Craig, good morning. Officially, it is called the Parental Rights and Education Bill. Governor Ron DeSantis here, a Republican, signing it because he says it'll give parents more agency over what their kids are exposed to. But critics call it bigotry, plain and simple. One thing is very clear. This vaguely worded law is rife with conflicts.
For weeks, students across Florida marched and made their opposition clear to the Parental Rights and Education Bill, or what opponents have labeled the Don't Say Gay law. On Monday, Governor Ron DeSantis signing it, showered in applause from fellow conservative lawmakers who see it as a victory for parents.
We will make sure that parents can send their kids to school to get an education, not an indoctrination.
The law itself says classroom instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur in kindergarten through grade 3, leaving other grades up to so-called age-appropriate standards. But it's not the legalese devastating some same-sex parents. It's the concept behind it.
Well, I thought, here's something else that they're trying to do to keep us down, to set us apart, to make us unequal.
Jeff and Todd Delmay say they've been embraced by their school community ever since their 12-year-old son first started kindergarten.
This bill won't stay in effect forever, but it will be in effect long enough to communicate to our youth and to the country that Florida isn't the place for you if you are different.
Say gay, say gay. The legislation proving so polarizing. One of the world's most prominent companies and a Florida fixture, Disney, watched employees walk out for days after the CEO failed to condemn the bill immediately. Following the signing, Disney issuing a statement noting in part, "Our goal as a company is for this law to be repealed by the legislature or struck down in the courts," where a battle is no doubt brewing.
The battle against Don't Say Gay is far from over. It doesn't end today.
And then
Sam, we know that in many ways this law, it's similar to another recent controversial bill in Texas. How is this law actually going to be enforced there in Florida?
Like the recent law in Texas over abortion restrictions, Craig, it relies on regular people to file civil lawsuits to enforce the policy, which means, Craig, that the school districts have to have the money available to defend those lawsuits. Right now, there are several groups vowing to fight this law in court. Craig?
Sam Brock for us there in South Florida. Sam, thank you.